Jose Lucero from Nuevo Style Bullies out of New Mexico. We started in '09 as Sick Intentions Kennels, and we changed up the name for marketing and everything like that. You know, it's just something that had to be done, and it was a good thing for us. You know, we like the name, we roll with it. You know, it's because we had Nuevo Style Photography, Nuevo Style Clothing, and then now we have Nuevo Style Bullies. So everything coming together. So anything on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram is Nuevo Style. That's us. You know.
Yeah, so since the last interview, how many litters do you think you dropped?
We dropped to a good amount. Probably 6, 7 litters, but it was a collective. You know what I'm saying? It was between me and my partners, and we made things happen. You know. So now, right now, we're working with Pastelano from Doghouse Kennels, and basically mixing his blood in, which is, you know, his dogs are big and they're known for that blood, you know. So they have Azor. Well, they got Azor in there. They got the Rock about 6 times, you know, 6 times Rock. So we mixed in that blood with the Caribou blood and the Night Train blood. So we just fixed that up, mixed it in. We've seen how it worked out together, and it's been a good relationship between both of us. You know, we put the blood together with my males and his females, and made great dogs. We made great dogs out of that. Yeah, we use Night Train, but we use them from the beginning to get everything kicking. You know, we kicked everything off with Night Train, and we did really well with that. And we got his half brother Lolu, and he's a Caribou blood, 6 Monte Carlo out of El Paso. You know, we used him to get the Caribou blood back in the yard, and got Lolu, and then we got Piña Loca, which are litter mates, and then we got Cherry Bomb, which is also a Monte Carlo daughter. So we try to pack in as much Caribou blood into it, and then just mix it all in together, you know, and it's worked out great for us. Our first plan was to mix Night Train with Piña Loca, which was the inbred Caribou blood. So we wanted to do that, but you know, sometimes breeding doesn't come out the way that you want it to, you know, and that litter kind of fell short because we only got 2 pups out of it. Not any fault of the dog or ours. It was a little bit of fault of the veterinarian that we were working with at the time. So we only got to see 2 dogs, and we didn't really get to see the real potential of putting those 2 bloods together. And then after that, you know, it was bringing in Doghouse Kennels blood, basically taking Night Train to his girl Diamond, and then taking our other boys, Lolu and Riviera, who passed away about a year ago, taking those 2 to his females as well, Diamond and Lila, and they came out great. You know, I would like to say that Lolu and Lila produced great looking puppies. You know what I'm saying? They're about to hit like 14 weeks right now, and they have the exact look that we were hoping for. Straight backs, real tight feet, big bone, great head pieces, you know. So what we envisioned in that breeding, we put it down, and it's here.
Hell yeah.
You know, sometimes we try to give a person or people out there, our customers and stuff, our fan base, we give them a shot at owning the first pick, you know, and whatever, you know, we're happy to keep whatever is left because it's our stuff. We know what to do with it. You know, no matter if it's the biggest or the smallest or medium size or whatever, we will work with that. You know, we'll work with, you know, getting last pick if we have to. If not, you know, we get first pick. But we always, we don't always, sorry about that. We don't always, but we do try to give everybody a chance to own the top picks first, you know. and then go from there. But there is times that we switch it up and say, you know, hey, you know, you see that one dog and it's just like, hey, that one's mine. That one's going to be here. So we try to save at least 1 to 2 pups out of each litter, just so we can plan for the future. The ultimate goal, you know, right now we had our litters at the beginning of the year, in-house litters, and they didn't really come out as well as we planned. You know, I don't know what it was, just something happened, and the puppies, you know, either we lost puppies or, you know, we lost litters and stuff, and we really kind of were like discouraged at the time. But you know, this last litter with Lila and Lolu, that one kind of put the, you know, fresh air back into us, you know, and we got that going and produced some great pups out of that. So whatever we lost at the beginning of the year, we're pretty much gaining it back right now, you know. So with that being said, we taking those puppies and stuff like that, going into 2025, taking all the past dogs that we kept and incorporating them again with those kids, with these kids, you know, and trying to just keep the blood strong between our camp and Doghouse Kennels, you know. So basically any pups that he kept, he has a girl named Coco out of Night Train and Diamond, and we're planning to put that with his boy, you know, or his bloods, and go from there. And then for me, I have my puppies on my side. I have a puppy off of Starfire and Night Train that we're ready, you know, that we're, you know, raising right now. And then we got, you know, Lolu still, we got Suge White still, and so we have a lot of outlets that we really don't have to go anywhere else to breed. We don't have to do the outcross right now because we're trying to stack that look, make it happen, you know, and make everything a consistent look where you know that it's going to be a Doghouse Nuevo Style Bully that you're going to get, you know what I'm saying? Trying to make that look. You know, there's a lot of beautiful dogs. A lot of people have beautiful dogs that basically just need to get out there. You know, I think you need if you really want to get out there, you need to get on the group chats, the boards, the, you know, social media. You need to go to the shows. You need to network and stuff like that to get your name out there and get your dog known. You know, that's the most important thing, is getting your dog known and getting people the want for him. Show them what he can do. Show them what they can do, or your camp can do for them in the long run, and get it going. You know, you have to continuously move on and keep moving. You just can't stay still.
You think it's important to actually like see the dogs in person rather than just online?
Yeah, it is. You know, I know not a lot of people have the outlets or the, you know, the funds to go across states to go see dogs and stuff, but it is important to see them, you know, in person. But if you can't, you know, you got FaceTime, Skype, you know, whatever, just to check them out. You know, so check them out. Have the person give you a run through of the dog, running, jumping, playing, you know, doing all that stuff. But you know, if you can't see them and if you can't afford to go out to the States, highly recommend that you do, because it puts a face to the, you know, to the kennel name.
Yeah. Well, is there some dogs like outside of your camp that you're a fan of?
I like the XL Future, Blue Cheese. There's a lot more. Like, you know, by the top of my head, it's just kind of one of those things. I see them on the Facebook and Instagram and stuff a lot. But there is a lot of dogs that just, you know, have a great look to them. That it's just, you know, it's hard to pick between all these dogs because there's just so many that I would want to use. But you can't use everything. You know what I'm saying? You can't use everything. But you know, there are great breeders, great dogs out there, great XLs that show the great qualities of what the XL is supposed to be.
So like I notice right now there's a lot of people jumping on that wave of them Brazilian dogs and shit.
Yeah.
Like, what do you see any of those dogs that you like?
Oh yeah, for sure. There are the the Brazilian dogs that come out to the U.S. They buy them and stuff like that, and that's cool. I know Hal Hounds has a boy out there. That boy is nice. I've inquired about him, so I'm not saying that I would never use him or use Brazilian blood or whatever. I know a few other kennels that have the Brazilian blood. So there's no opposed to it. Right. There's no opposed to it. They have a distinguished look that makes you think like, damn, this is what it is. This is nice. I would like to add that to my blood to see how it would work out with the American breeders out here.
Yeah. What do you see different in their dogs?
Well, they very muscular, wide, very built. Very jacked up dog. Their head is proportionate to their bodies on a big scale, on a big level. You know what I'm saying? The head and the body match. There's no small head and a big body. It's a big head, round, with a big strong body backing it. So that's impressive to me. It's what people should strive for. Other people might say that it's not truly American Bully just because it is, it probably has a little bit of something else to drive that look. Right. But they're doing it and they're not hiding anything, so it's not like they're there's nothing wrong with it, I don't think.
Have you studied any of those pedigrees of any of those dogs to see like what they're doing?
No, not really. Just because right now I don't really have a big determination to get that blood right now. I'm working with what we got right now and trying to fix that and make that into a thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe on down the line, I know I hear Bearzilla all the time. I guess that's the biggest name in the Brazilian bully game. So I think that might be the path to choose when you're choosing a Brazilian dog would be Bearzilla. And like I said, Hal Hounds has one, and I think he has like 5 times Bearzilla, so you're pretty much going to get that look stamped into your puppies. Me going to the shows, it's kind of hard to find competition. Sometimes you're the only XL there, or you're the only male XL, or there's only one female XL, so competition is really not too big. But there are shows that do tailor themselves to the XL community, and that's a good thing, but it kind of limits the exposure to the other kennels. But as far as best in breed and stuff, I don't know, there's a lot of things people might not, I see a lot of breeders that don't like to go to the shows, or they have their opinions about shows, about favoritism and all that stuff, and I don't dig on that. I don't care about the favoritism. I don't care about the whole, he picked him because of this. To me, if your dog is what you think he is, and he is what you say he is, and he'll get out there in that ring, he'll win anything, no matter if it's XL against the pocket, standard, classic, micro, anything that you want to bring to the table. If your dog is as good as you think they are, the judges will see it. The judges will see it, and because I take that approach to every time I go to the ring. When I won with Grand Champion Caribou, I didn't know anybody. I didn't even know how to show, so I couldn't even say like, oh, it's favoritism, this or that or everything, because we were winning. Why? Because we brought what we said to the table and proved everybody that, hey, we're forced to be reckoned with, whether we were XLs or not, or classics or whatever. And if your dog can work with the best of them, he'll shine. he'll shine. If your dog can't compete with the standard of what they want in the show ring, you know, then it is what it is. You know, you're not going to win. And maybe people just think like, hey, I don't want to spend the money, or I don't want to spend the time. You know, I don't want to waste my time going to a show and showing and paying and doing all this stuff if I'm just going to come out not winning anyway. But to me, I figure I'm going to go out there, I'm going to do it, and every dog has his day. So if your dog is good and the dog that you think is the better dog, he might mess up that day, and you might come out on top. You know, so it's you always have to. It's always a gamble. You got to play. You know, you can't say, oh, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it because of this and this and this. Well, you'll never know. You'll never know until you get out there and do what you got to do, because, you know, like I said, I'm perfect person to tell you. You know, I didn't know nothing about showing, and I just showed up, asked a few people, what do I do, how do I do, and worked with my dog and did what I had to do, and basically just learned as I went, you know, or basically learned as we went together as a team, and came out on top because, you know, we developed a bond that we could work together. It feels great, you know, to get you know, compliments from these well-known people in the bully lifestyle, you know, from Dave Wilson to Ron Ramos to, you know, anybody that has come along before us and still here after us, you know, they've still been doing it. You know, Richard Barajas, you know, I've had him put hands on him, you know, and I was telling, you know, I told him straight up, you know, Cinco de Mayo, hey, you want to see one of the baddest dogs here? He has your blood, you know, He, you know, it was funny because he kind of like was like, you know, I laughed it off. But then when I brought that boy, you see it in his eyes in the picture, you know, you see that, like, man, you know, I helped create this, you know, Dave Wilson helped create that, and many more, not just those people, you know, there's so many people in the bully lifestyle that help create the bully what it is today, you know. Those are just the names that pop out because they're the most, you know, biggest names, you know, well, for me as well, you know, for me.
Nah, that makes sense. Nah, I thought it was dope. You know what I mean? Because he was like, "Oh shit, you're the one that had that dog." Like, yeah, bro, that. And it was so long ago. But it's still, you know, the name still holds weight. You know what I mean?
No. You know, before we stopped doing dogs in 2014, ABKC we already had ran the paperwork and everything to use him as the blueprint for the XL. You know, it didn't get to happen. I don't know what happened, but it didn't work out. Stuff happens, you know, but, you know, they knew what he looked like. They knew that he was an XL that fit their standard and what they wanted to represent their company, and that was cool, you know. It was a great thing, you know. But I think it was I was on the outs of getting out of the bullies and just relaxing for a little while. So I think it kind of like, you know, I kind of messed it up in those terms of
not pursuing it.
not really doing it, because I was just like kind of like you know, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But like I said, he was on the thing on the website to be the XL blueprint, you know.
Yeah, he's a badass dog. Yeah, man. So like right now, what advice can you give people, like as far as like marketing and their social media, and like just, you know, how to maneuver online? Because a lot of people, they like, you know, you see a lot of arguments, you see a lot of like just people bashing each other. What's the best strategy as far as like your marketing if you want to like really pursue this? Because I mean, the number one thing has got to be not only producing good dogs, but being able to market them, because there's a lot of dope dogs that people can't even market just because of maybe like their personality online, or the way they say things or the way they move online. Like what advice would you give people?
To me, the internet is great. The internet, social media, all that stuff is great. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, websites, anything that you can get your hands on to get out to the masses is a good thing. You know, and the way you portray yourself online, the way you present your dogs online, you know, bad pictures, bad videos, and stuff like that, it's going to affect affect how your product is out there, you know. And you are a product. You're a product, and you got to make sure that you put that product out there top notch, because if you don't, people will see it, people will scrutinize it, people will point and pick out all your flaws just so they can discredit what you got going on, you know. So what you do, you always have to be on point. You always have to be on point when it comes to stuff like that, because it's better to be on point and just, you know, say what you know, say it with confidence, you know, and just, you know, treat people good, honestly, you know, have good business, you know, do good business, you know, look at it as a long-term commitment, not just the short, oh, I got money in my hand, forget everybody else. Do it as a commitment and look at it as a long-term, you know, because you do that, people will remember you. People will remember you from years back. You did good business. I want to do business with you again. And that's kind of what happened with us. We left on good standings, and people still wanted to do business with us, and people still had good things to say about us, you know. As far as fighting on Facebook groups and all this stuff, I ain't gonna lie, I was all about that stuff when I first came in, and doing sarcastic stuff, you know, doing sarcastic stuff to get the reactions out of people and stuff. But now I don't really care about that stuff. I don't like your dog, I just scroll. I don't need to tell you I don't like it. You know, I don't like the way you're doing things. I don't care. Do your thing. If it's working for you, then whatever. But don't do it on me. Don't say stuff on me, my stuff, because I don't care. Obviously, the stuff I'm doing is working. If it's not working, I'll go back to the drawing board, do it again, and figure it out. You know, figure out what I did wrong. But nah, just the fighting and stuff like that is just not really.
Like, what in your mind? What's the dog look like? The vision of the dog you trying to produce. What does that look like? Weight, size, head. What does it look like?
Real wide. On the, you know, on the verge of being extreme.
Yeah.
When we had extreme, little bit shorter back than Caribou Lou. Very muscular, like Night Train.
Yeah.
Headpiece like Lolu and Caribou Lou, real round. Like I like Lolu's head, but I want it on a bigger scale.
Right.
You know, so I want a real big round head, real wide, and
height and weight. What you thinking?
height is within standards.
Yeah.
Within standards, show standards. You know what I'm saying? XL, show standards. Weight, you know, I'll take 115 to 130, 140.
Yeah.
You know, that big girthy dog that still can just get out there and muscle through things.
Yeah, 'cause some of the bigger dogs I see, they're just like big.
Yeah.
But then they lack the extreme muscle.
Yeah.
But they're just big dogs.
Yeah. I don't want the slop. I don't want the slop. I don't want rolls on his, you know, on his wrists.
Yeah.
I don't want all the hangy skin.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want that. And like I said, there's nothing against what other people like.
Right.
This is my ideal dog. This is what I view. This is what I vision.
Yeah.
My perfect dog be.
Right.
You know, so if you have that type of dog, that's not my dog. That's not my dog. That's your dog. You're happy with it.
Yeah.
Be happy with it.
Yeah.
You know, me, this is what I want. I want the body of Night Train. I want the head of Caribou Lou. You know, I want to knock it down a little bit on the back, but still keep it a straight back.
Right.
And then I want that big wide body.
Yeah.
You know, I think I have a few steps to get there.
Yeah.
So don't get me wrong, it's not going to happen overnight. So with the bloodlines that me and Pat Solano are bringing together, I think we'll get something similar, if not something we can work with to produce that dog, you know. I know I need to shorten the height a little bit on the dogs.
Yeah, you think the ones you have are a little too tall right now?
Yeah. Well, not too tall, but
like
taller than what I. Yeah, I would like to have like a 22-inch at the highest.
Yeah.
You know, right now the dogs that I have, they're around 22, 23, or 22 and a half to 23.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of like, you know, bring them down just a little bit. And I think I got that with my females. My females are going to break down the height, and the males are going to bring the muscle, you know. So that's what I envision. The first breeding that we did was Loca and Night Train, and that's what we were supposed to, you know, produce. But it didn't work out like that. It didn't work out that way. So we did it again, and we had another shortfall. You know, she only had one pup, and it passed. So we're disappointed this year, you know. But it happens. It happens. You know, breeding dogs, you're never gonna perfect everything. But we did breed. We did do the breeding again for the third time. And we got it. We got it this time. So hopefully we can make the dog that I envisioned. You know. Nah, I mean, to be honest with you, this new year is going to be a great year. You know, we want everybody to know we're going to try to hit the shows more. We're going to try to, you know, get these breedings done and show what we can create, show what our dogs can create, our visions together can create. You know, we want to put great dogs in quality homes that are going to take care of these dogs, love them. We don't care if they're, you know, just pet homes or breeders and stuff like that. We want to make sure we put them in the best homes as possible. So if you're, you know, looking for a dog, this year will be the year to get one from us. This year, me and Pat are pretty much on the same page. You know, last year we started our relationship, started working together, and we're seeing how he does his work and how I do my work. We put it together, but now, you know, it seems to be on a good path. So this year, we're pretty much doing everything as a tight-knit, locked-in group, you know. So Nuevo Style Bullies, Doghouse Kennels are going to be working together a lot and getting a lot of dogs. He has his females and males on his side. I have mine. Us putting them together should be a good look for us. Yeah. If you're looking for, you know, to do business with us, hit us up. Nuevo Style Bullies on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Check out our website, www.nuevostylebullies.com. We have everything up there. We're always putting stuff on our social media, so hit us up. Don't be afraid to give us a call. You can call me, 575-636-4007. I'm a real person, real problems, real people. You know, you want to get a dog from a real person, and somebody that can, you know, give you what you want. But hit us up, and like I always say, peace. Always keep it bully.